All right, here's how this channel started. Y'all ready for this? Okay. Y'all ready for this? So then I asked, okay, what's the time frame? And then I heard 3 days. 3 days, okay? So y'all ready for this? Because in 3 days, there's something coming for you. And I'm gonna tell you, I've been transmuting energy, so my vibe has not been exactly peppy like it is right now. So I'm picking up on this thread of energy. And by the way, I'm seeing like a wish fly by in the air. So wishes are coming true. Wishes are coming true. Y'all ready for this? I totally feel the spirit like being like goofy, all peppy and excited and joyful, and like this is no offense, and not that I don't want it to be my energy, because yo, I do. That's what I love about channeling, is that it will bring this energy through me and I get to experience it as it comes through. But I was not experiencing that energy in my own on my own while I've been transmuting this energy for a few days. So, okay. Okay. Sorry. There's just so many good news coming. There's so many good things coming. Okay. So, Godspeed, first of all. This is like, check out the message if you haven't seen it yet, where it's like a story behind Godspeed, and it's an emotional message. It's totally different energy than this one right now, but this is like what it means to me now is it's like that infinite like possibilities, which didn't I just see that? Yeah, I did. Okay. Whoa, you are aligning with infinite possibilities. But what I was about to say about Godspeed is like it's like that infinite power force that comes with the spirit, you know. It's like nothing can stop what the spirit is doing in your life and through your life. And whoa. Okay, so you are aligning with infinite possibilities, and you have this exponential power force that is going with you. And so within 3 days of this message, there's something that's going to shift, and it's going to be energetically, and you may or may not see it as some big explosion. How many of us on this journey can attest to the thing where it's like, it's almost like by the time you surrender to the promise, then the promise comes through, and it's very rarely like a game show winning where you're like jumping up and down and like yeah. At least for me, it's like I'll be like wrestling with something, transmuting that energy, da 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 da. And like I don't necessarily see the results, but I align with the piece of the promise, and then it's like, okay, the piece of the promise is here now. And then it's like the thing comes and it's like, oh yeah, of course it did. And it's very rarely like the game show moment of like, wow. It's usually just like this very peaceful, subtle, like, of course it did. Of course it happened. By the way, I don't know if I like that. I want it to be the game show moment. But the blessings still come in such a subtle, peaceful way. So what we're being told here, firm up your foundation. Firm up your foundation, because whatever is coming through is gonna be heavy. I'm seeing like oh, you know, like the cartoon cartoon style big blocks of like those big old cartoon sized blocks of like cement, like, and you know, and it like blows dust up. And so it's like the blessings that are coming in for you are going to be heavy and big. You got to have a foundation that's ready, and that's why we do the purging work. That's why we do the clearing work. And that's why if you find yourself ruminating like hatred or contempt or like anger about anything, you got to go through the clearing work, okay? And if you don't know how to do that, hit my links below. The Alchemyze program is all about that, tending to the subconscious so that we can release and purge and transmute, so that our foundation is healthy and strong and it's not rotting with the trauma of the past, but now it's like the soil is balanced, the pH is clear and ready to be able to uphold the new things that are coming to be planted in your life. Woo! Okay, and then we have the eagle here. So how interesting, because we have the foundation, firm up the foundation, and then we have the eagle, which is known for like flying high, which is known for okay, I'm hearing multiple things. One is like, one thing about the eagles is how they like, when their babies are ready, they get pushed out of the nest. And okay, the channel is so bombarding me with such great energy. Y'all ready for this? Okay, sometimes it feels like being pushed out of the nest when your spirit team is like, you're ready for this, you know? Y'all ready for this? And it might feel like that. And that's why you want to firm up your foundation, because you want your foundation to be strong when you're going into like big kid mode. You're about to be going into divine big kid mode, and it's going to be freaking epic. But it's also going to be like new levels, you know, new levels, new devils, as they say, which they're not really devils. It's just pollution. It's just learning. It's just, you want to be strong so you can do the reps. You want to be able to do the reps, do your reps so that you're ready. Because if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And then I'm also thinking about how eagles, like if they deal with a serpent, if they deal with a serpent on the ground, guess what they do? They grab that serpent and they fly it up high, and then they just let it go and let gravity do its thing. Okay, so what I'm hearing is when you get to these new levels, and if you encounter the haters, there is no need to deal with them at their level on the ground. Don't be wrestling around on the ground with any serpents. Instead, and by the way, not all snakes are bad. This is just for this particular illustration, okay? It is the year of the snake, though. And you know how many people have been hearing about where they're like finding out their spouses are having affairs and stuff? Like, it's like the snakes are showing themselves. The snakes in the grass, like them kind of snakes. And like, anyway, so what I'm hearing is when you're in this new level, you do not have to wrestle around on the ground with the snakes. Instead, you deal with everything at the height of your at the frequency in which you reside. And then you allow nature to take its course. Allow gravity to deal with that snake. Allow the divine team to deal with it. You do not have to like fight your battles rolling around on the ground with snakes, okay? This is how I fight my battles. This is how I fight my battles. Okay? It's time to take off. This energy is so funny. Oh my gosh, it's time to take off, okay? It's time to take off. You eagle, you. And then I'm also, I'm getting so many chills. I'm also being shown do you know how eagles mate? So they find their mate person that they want to mate with, and they do these like, okay, they lock talons, and then they do these free falls. And I don't know how they measure, like, whether that makes you a good mate or not, but they free fall together. I don't recommend this when it comes to choosing your mate. But, okay, here's the message. But the message is, you and your divine counterpart are going to be called to heights and to do things that, in a way that only you two would do it. Like, you and your divine counterpart are going to be so in lockstep, and like in coordination, like spiritually coordinated, divinely coordinated, that you're gonna know each other through that. You're gonna recognize each other through that. Okay. And it's gonna be through that alignment. Like, you're gonna be in alignment with your divine counterpart because you're both eagles, and because you both are mature and grown and spiritually evolved, and you soar at high heights in your frequency. So no matter what happens between now and then, you got to know that this message is here for you. You're aligning with these infinite possibilities. You're going to keep your foundation strong. You might feel like that little baby eagle getting pushed out of the nest when it's time, but you are ready for this. And like, the parent would never do that unless they knew their baby could do it, right? So your divine team isn't sending you out to abandon you. You're always going to have what you need right when you need it. Usarigata prokoko shasirigate prokoko. Diasirigate prokoko shasirigate prokoko. Okay, we're being called to this deck right here. Let's see what it is. What is the message for the collective that's here that is ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh my gosh. Okay, we have cards going everywhere. Let's find. Okay. Boy. Oh, home and storm fields. Okay, I'll show you in just a second. Number 9. Let me read it to you. Number 9 is storm fields. An uncomfortable chaos is surrounding you. That things that you've felt or things that you've left unattended may be the cause of some conflict. Pent-up energy needs to be released just as a storm in nature must break. For these events occur when the electricity between opposing forces stirs things up and creates temporary disorder. Not all storms are destructive. Rather, they serve nature by bringing rain to the ground and wind to the trees, enabling seeds to be widely distributed and continuous growth to be ensured. Just remember that whatever is being stirred up inside you or between you and another will benefit you later. The sun will shine again and new growth will be observed. Don't be afraid to shake things up a little. I'm like, I'm kind of done with like the storm cloud ones, but it is kind of in alignment with the whole being pushed out of the nest and the freaking divine counterpart free fall and dropping the snakes from way up high. I mean, this is a wild message. Okay, the next one is home, which is number 27, which reduces to 9, which this card is number 9, the storm fields one. And aren't we in a year of 9? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 2025 is the year of 9, year of the snake. This message is so... the way the spirit can weave together a message is like never... It just never gets old. Look at the owl here, which is often representative of the subconscious mind or like your inner knowing, okay? So home. You are comfortable in your own skin. You belong. Peace, security, safety, belonging, and all the features one would want from home are indicated now. The home card represents an invitation to experience what it's like to be secure in your own skin, to live comfortably no matter what is happening in the world around you. It is a time for opening your eyes to your tribe of like-minded people or one special person who makes you feel like you've come home. Home is love, and love is all around you now. Whatever your inquiry, you are where you're meant to be and will reap great benefits by staying on this path regardless of where it leads. Home will always be with you. It is where the heart is. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there because I feel like the message is who it's for, and you're gonna know if it's for you. And please come back and tell me what ended up happening. I can't wait to hear. Shout out to all of our collective members, the OGs and the new ones, and whether you were here last week or 20 weeks ago, you're an OG now, so shout out to you. Excuse me. And we are now going to do a quick mini reading for Amy M. Amy M, I hope you see this. What is the message from the spirit for Amy M? What is the message for Amy M? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Water the seeds. Water the seeds, Amy. Strength. The strength card is your portion. Times of refreshing and higher perspective. Okay, let me meditate on this for a second. I can't help but just see like the idea of watering the seeds, and like the water that waters the seeds is also refreshing, and it strengthens the seeds. And a higher perspective. The higher perspective is going to water the seeds, producing times of refreshing and strength. Okay, so yeah. Oh shit. Okay. This word is like also very much preaching to me too, so I'm with you, Amy. If you find yourself in an experience of a low vibrational, discouraging place, you know, in the low vibrational, have you ever seen the vibrational chart where it's like down here is like anger and disgust, and there's other low vibrational states, and then all the way up to like hot love and pretty much this like the bliss mode of neutrality kind of thing. Of course, it's way more scientific than what I'm saying. But the point is, if you find yourself in a low vibrational state, like of discouragement or hopelessness or anger or whatever, water the seeds of a higher perspective. Like, go and align with a higher perspective, divine perspective, just like the birds, just like the eagles. Okay, the eagles can fly up high and can see way more plot of land. So it's like if you get up higher, you can see the bigger picture. And the higher perspective is going to produce strength and water the seeds of hope, water the seeds of the things that you want to see, water the seeds of thoughts that you want to grow in your mind, and it will produce times of refreshing and strength to get you through. Okay? I hope this is helpful. Hey, comment below if you actually saw this, Amy. This is for Amy M., one of our collective members. Check the links, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Be blessed, be well, and stay free. Thanks for being here. Just a reminder to subscribe to Seed, Soil, Water, Spa, the co-channel. And if you liked this video, then here is another video you might like.